And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. As we get you ready for some girls basketball action on the Kahok Sports Network. We had the boys, the last few times that we've been on, but we've got girls for you now, and we'll have the girls for you on Saturday as well. I know a lot of you are waiting to hear whether we were going to be traveling to East St. Louis to do the boys game because of the Flyers' lack of live streaming capabilities, but they apparently have since fixed that situation. So the boys will travel to East St. Louis on Saturday, and that game will be on the Kahok Athletics YouTube page, and then the girls will be here playing the Flyers on Saturday. But before we get there, we have a game here tonight. Two of them, as a matter of fact. JV takes the floor first against Belleville West. And then, of course, the varsity game will take place after that. It is a senior night here at Collinsville High School for the varsity team, so they'll recognize the three seniors on the girls' basketball team. That'll take place right before the varsity game, and we will have that live for you, for those of you, obviously, who can't be here. And again, my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us. We'll have Carly Jackson on the camera tonight. She just got through playing with the freshman team, and unfortunately they lost that game to Belleville West, 33-24, but I'm glad that they've got a chance to play because they are 1-2 on the year. They've only had a chance to play 3 games for lack of other schools not having freshman teams, and that happens quite a bit sometimes, especially since we're all relegated to a certain COVID area, and you have to play schools within your area, and not all of them have it. So here we are at the JV game for the girls, and here are your starters for Belleville West. You'll see Kennedy Williams, 5'3" freshman, wears number 2. Number 3 is a sophomore, 5'6", Tequila Harris Mickens. Also on the floor, Jalen Rook, who is a 5'5" sophomore. She wears number 5. Number 13 on the back is a sophomore, Kiara Bayarga Plumey. And then the final of the starting 5 for Belleville West is Jamea Company. She is a 5'6" sophomore. She wears number 23. For Collinsville, it's the usual 5 starters if you've been following Collinsville JV ladies basketball as long as we've been bringing it to you this COVID year. Emma Rabashitsky, the 5'5" sophomore on the floor with Ricky Merlack, the 5'7" junior. Sanaa Harris, the 5'8" sophomore. Katie Bardwell, the 5'8" freshman. And Lucy Montgomery, the 5'10" junior, rounds out the starting 5 for Collinsville. The Maroons, of course, they are the visiting team, so they are in their road uniforms, which are dark-colored maroon, trimmed in white, numbers in white on the fronts and the backs, and the word Maroons written across the fronts of the ladies' jerseys from Belleville West. Collinsville, of course, you're used to them by now because all we do is home games, usually, except for that one East St. Louis game. They're wearing the home whites, trimmed in purple, and purple numbers along with the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. We start this game off with Belleville West having possession. They turn it over, so Collinsville brings it up, and here comes Ricky Merlack. Merlack drives it over to the left side, gives to Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky from the left wing takes it over to the top of the key, and she's being watched there by Williams. Into the lane, and just outside of the lane, a shot taken, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touched up there by Rook, and Collinsville will get to keep it. Nice fight underneath the basket by Lucy Montgomery trying to corral that rebound. Out front we go. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell dishes it off. Merlack for 3 from the right side. Good enough. And that's how we get things started. 3 points for Ricky Merlack. Collinsville off and running. West brings the ball back up. They'll try a 3 to tie it. That's a little short off of the hands of Plumey. And you Maroon fans out there, if I'm pronouncing anybody's last names wrong, you can just type it into the chat box, and I've got my phone down there to make sure that I'm on the air here, and I'll look it down at it every once in a while. Jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of the Kahawks. So 2 possessions for Belleville West, 2 turnovers. 6:45 left to play here in this opening quarter. Inbound pass comes in a little late there from Montgomery to Rabashitsky. Back over to Lucy. And Montgomery muscles her way into the perimeter. Gets double teamed. Ball comes out, and it's picked up by Merlack, who then throws it away. Lots of bodies over there around one basketball, and Merlack thought she had a girl open, but not to be the case. But here we go back the other way after the third West turnover. Here's Bardwell all by herself, good for 2. Katie Bardwell, her first points of the game. Here once again is Rook. Hands the ball off to Palumi over on the far side now for Mickens. Bounce pass back over here to Rook. Rook into the corner. Williams, three-point shot, swoops right out. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Harris. Harris trying to get around a couple of Lady Maroons, and Harris ends up losing the ball and then tries to retrieve it and then retrieves it out of bounds. So Collinsville gives the ball back to Belleville West. 5:42 left to play here in this opening quarter. First substitution for Collinsville will find Dejanay Willis, the 5'10 freshman coming in. Also coming in is Maisie Gilland. Montgomery and Harris to the bench. Coach Steve Schneider and his girls are 4-4 on the year. Tiara Adams is the head coach for Belleville West, and her team has the ball looking for their first points. Over on the wing, that's Johnson. Johnson becomes one of the first subs, I think. That was the number 12. No. And yeah, it is number 12. Okay. Saw the front, then she turned around. She got that long ponytail. Couldn't see anything but that. Rebound effort belongs to Belleville West off of the missed shot there by Johnson. And then a baseline drive and no shot. That is Company. And Collinsville will pick up their first foul, and it'll belong to Katie Bardwell. Inbound pass coming in from Rook. Rook all the way out to the wing now for Johnson. Here's Company. Passes it back out front for Williams. Over on the far side for Rook. Back inside and then back outside it goes. All the way over. And then back out. Williams for three. Top of the key. That's a little bit too strong and just a smidge off to the right. Collinsville picks up the rebound. And so far, Belleville West is 0 for 3 from beyond the three-point stripe. Here is Ricky Merlack. Merlack in the slot, brings it around. Left side penetration, takes the shot, can't get it to fall, but she will head to the free throw line for a couple of shots from the charity stripe. Foul is going to belong to Harris Mickens, and that is at 4:41. And Ricky Merlack at the free throw line. Hits that one. Already has one from 3 points. And Merlack one more coming her way. Doesn't hit that one. Rebound into the corner. Ball still on the ground, and it is finally picked up by Belleville West. They bring it all the way up and get it into Johnson's hands. Johnson backs it up to where it came from, gets it right back, and then position switching going on. Bounce pass on the wing to Mickens. Bounces into the corner for Williams for three. That one is a little short. Hits the backboard and also the hand of Ricky Merlack on its way down. And the ball stays with the Maroons. 4:22 left to play here in this first quarter. Just inside the perimeter. Now back deep into the corner. Another three-point rainbow shot. That one misses everything, and it's knocked out of bounds underneath the basket by Harris Mickens. And Collinsville gets the ball back. Do what? There we do, don't we? I missed the free throw. I do that sometimes. Here's Merlack. Across the line as we approach the halfway point. Merlack takes it all the way in, just a little too hard off the glass. And then a foul underneath as Maisie Gilland got the rebound, but she is going to be heading to the free throw line. This time the foul belongs to Jemiah Company. Gilland hits. Next one on the way. That one falls a little short. Rebound belongs to the Maroons. Halfway through quarter number one. Didn't have that mask timeout when everybody's taking these foul shots, so I wonder if they adjusted that to make it the first stoppage after the halfway point. I'm not sure. Either that or everybody forgot. Here's Williams. Bounces the pass over to Rook. Williams, top of the key for another three. That one's in. Kennedy Williams gets her team on the board for the first time. And Collinsville's lead shrinks from 7 down to 4, just like that. Here's Merlack across the timeline. Throws it up underneath, gets it right back because it was blocked out, and then tanks it off the glass. How about that? 9-3 Collinsville. Rook bounces the ball into the corner for Mickens, another 3. That one rolls across the rim. 2 rebounders, Rabashewski falling down after that one. So is Johnson. And then a 3-point shot at the top of the key. That was sunk, nothing but net, off of the hands of Jalen Rook. So back-to-back 3-pointers by Belleville West has put them right back into this thing, and we have a timeout on the floor, so we'll step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Carly Jackson on the camera for us here during this JV game. 2:56 left to play in the first quarter of this junior varsity contest. Collinsville has a 9-6 lead. Back-to-back 3-pointers, one by Williams, one by Rook. Turned a 7-0 contest, first into a 7-3 game. Collinsville gets an answer from Ricky Merlack with a 2-point basket to make it 9-3. And then the latest 3-pointer by Rook has got them back to within 3. Collinsville's ball, inbound pass coming just underneath our location from to Ricky Merlack from Emma Rabashewski. And Merlack across the line, switches directions, heads over to the left side, giving the ball to Rabashewski. Rabashewski got that ball stolen away and all the way in, but couldn't convert was Johnson, but Rabashewski commits the foul, and Johnson will head to the free throw line. Second foul for Collinsville, first one for Emma. And each team now has 2. And the first one for Johnson is good. Raya Johnson, 5'2" sophomore. Maisie Galan out of the game. Lucy Montgomery back in for Collinsville. That one circles all the way around the rim. And the rebound is picked up by Willis, who gives it up for Bardwell. Bardwell takes the shot high off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Belleville West. They bring it up, and underneath hits the bottom of the rim for Lauren King. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Rabashewski brings it up across midcourt, races into the lane in front of the free throw line, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Belleville West. Here comes Jalen Rook. Rook bounces a pass outside the lane, almost picked off by Merlack. Instead, here is a shot from three-point land coming from Plumy, and that one misses the mark, and then a whistle right afterwards. Ball ends up out of bounds, put there by Collinsville. Inbound pass will come in from Jalen Rook. Rook all the way over into the corner for another three-pointer. That one's a little bit short, and the rebound all the way out to Bardwell. She kicks it off to Rabashewski. Rabashewski from the wing, couldn't hit it, and Lucy Montgomery on the rebound try there, but she was a little hip checked there by Mickens, and Montgomery had the ball in her hands while she went out of bounds. So Collinsville commits their 4th turnover. Each team with 4 turnovers. Each team with 2 fouls. Each team just had 5 rebounds until Collinsville pulled away that missed three-pointer, and I think Rook just ran out of room. She went along the baseline, and there were some bodies standing there, and she just went around them. And, well, you're not allowed to do that in the purple part. You can do it in the other part. So Collinsville trying to take advantage of another turnover as Olivia Anderson, the 5'5 sophomore, checks into the game for the first time for Belleville West. All the way down court was a waiting Craig Hall for Collinsville, but they found her too late. Did Bardwell. The pass was picked off. 3-point shot coming from the just inserted Anderson. No good, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. We're down to the final 1:10 left to play here in this first quarter. 9-7, Collinsville with a 2-point lead. Over to Bardwell. It moves in, takes the shot, count the bucket and the bruise. Bardwell will head back to the free throw line, or actually will head to the free throw line. That was Galan earlier that was on the line. Company comes back into the game for Belleville West. At the free throw line, Bardwell trying to turn a 2-pointer into a 3-pointer. She does. Under a minute to play. First quarter action. Collinsville and Belleville West. Into the corner. Another 3-point shot. Let me tell you what, these Belleville West JVers aren't afraid to take a chance with some 3-point shots, are they? They've already tried 10 of them. Collinsville has picked up the rebound on probably half of them. And the ball ends up out of bounds, midcourt, far side sideline. And the inbound pass due to come in from Sanaa Harris into the backcourt for Ricky Merlack. Merlack brings it up across that timeline. 35 seconds left in the first. Merlack just outside the lane. Baseline bounce pass. That's Montgomery. She has no room. Tries to give the ball up, but she gave it up to the wrong color jersey. And then Plumey at the free throw line. Backs it up now for Anderson. Her 3-point shot is good. Nothing but 3-point shots raining here tonight for Belleville West. Makes it a 12-10 game. We're down to the final 10 seconds. Here comes Montgomery. Montgomery gives it up to Merlack. Merlack. She know how much time's left. Merlack drives, takes the shot. That's blocked out by Anderson, and nothing that anyone can do after that. So the first quarter comes to a close. Collinsville had some large leads, but it's down to 2, 12-10 after one quarter of play. We'll take a timeout and come back with quarter number 2. That'll be heading your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Quarter number 2 is upon us. Excuse me. I'm Todd Duke. Glad you're with us on the Kahok Sports Network. First game of 2. Junior varsity right now. Varsity to follow. Carly Jackson from the freshman team on the camera for us here in this game as Belleville West was looking to tie on a little dribble drive by Company, but Collinsville pulls down the rebound after the short shot. And now Harris gets it across the line to Bardwell. Bardwell backs it up into the slot. That's in between the top of the key and the center court circle, and then a pass over to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky bounce pass into the corner for Montgomery. Montgomery, a little hook shot in the lane. That's just a little bit short, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow remains in favor of Collinsville, so the Kahawks will reset their offense from underneath of their own basket. Sanaa Harris will trigger it. Does so to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky from the corner to the wing in the paint from the free throw line. Tried to take a shot, but that ball was knocked out of her hands by Johnson right as she was shooting. So Rabashevsky trying to return the favor, and Now we have bodies falling all over the floor. One over here at center court, one back here by the basket. And a whistle on the play. But I was watching the bodies fall and wasn't sure what the whistle was for. That's a foul on Rabashitsky, her second. That's what it was. Inbound pass comes into Plumy. Now over here on this wing. Now baseline pass, and now one into the paint. And there's all kinds of white jerseys all around the ball carrier. And we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Maroons. And I think that Maisie Gillian got a elbow into the thigh or something. She was in a little bit of pain for a second. She shakes it off. She's ready to go. Referee checks on her. She says, yep, I'm ready. Inbound pass comes in all the way out to the top of the key. A bluffed three-pointer. Then from the free throw line, Company takes a shot. Ball on the ground. It kicks all the way out to the left side. Back over here to the right side. Three-point shot. That misses off of the hands once again of Anderson. And a rebound once again now by Belleville West. They have some offensive pressure down here in their O zone. Here's Johnson. Johnson being covered by Merlack. Switches her directions. Gives it up now for Anderson. Anderson, left-hand dribble all the way over to Mickens. Now into the corner on the wing for Plumy. And back to the other side we go. Collinsville's defense collapsing, and there's the three-point shot again. And 4 different girls have three-point shots, and the Belleville West Lady Maroons have themselves a 1-point lead, and they had the ball back as well. Collinsville turns it over after the three-point shot. And now the Maroons have themselves a 1-point lead. We have a timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 6:12 left in the second quarter. Almost 2 minutes gone in quarter number 2. Collinsville looking for their first point. Kahawks led 12-10 after 1 quarter of play, and then a three-point shot by Mariah Johnson just gave Belleville West their first basket of the quarter and their first lead of the game. Maroons keep the ball on the outside perimeter. Over on the far side for Rook. Back out to the top of the key and then back over to Rook from Plumy. Rook throws the ball away. 6th turnover for Belleville West. Collinsville has already turned the ball over 8 times. And the inbound pass will come in from Maisie Galan, the 6-foot junior. Does so to Merlack. Merlack breaks away from underneath the Belleville West basket. Got a couple of Maroons trailing her into the paint. She'll try to take the shot herself, but the shot never makes it up because Merlack was fouled. Ricky made 1 of 2 last time she was at the free throw line. Mariah Johnson picks up her first foul. It's the team's 4th. And Merlack hits the first one. And that's the first points of this second quarter for Collinsville. We're tied for the moment. Lucy Montgomery comes in. Maisie Gillan to the bench. Kennedy Williams checks back in for Belleville West, while Mariah Johnson, with her 2 fouls, heads to the bench. Merlack trying to break a tie, and she's going to have to wait and try later. And now we have a foul coming up on Lucy Montgomery, although I really don't know what she did except to go up for a basketball. One player from each team did that, and the one wearing the purple and the white got called. I'm far away, though. I don't see things that great from far away. Just kidding. I have glasses for a reason. Williams around this way now for Rook, off of her foot. Rolls back toward the scorer's table and almost committed a backcourt violation. Now the ball on the ground, and the Maroons stay with it. Over onto the wing for Rook. Back out to the top of the key for Plumy. Williams, back to Plumy, back to Rook. Will play catch, and then top of the key, another three-point shot. This one by Plumy. That's 4 different Maroon players that have hit for 3 points. That's their 13th three-point try. Here's Merlack. Merlack gives it up for Sanaa Harris, the 5'8 sophomore. Brings it around from the top over to the right wing, and then Merlack in the paint, and a foul coming up before the shot. This one's going to go against Harris Mickens. That'll be her second. Team's 5th. And we have reached that magical moment called the mask timeout. So we will step aside as well. We're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 4:40 left to play here in the second quarter. 16-13, Maroons have the lead. Freshmen lost here earlier, 33-24. So the JVers and the varsity team trying to get a little bit that back. Three-point shot went over the entire basket. And the loose ball picked up by Belleville West. That's a turnover since it never hit anything. And over to Williams on the right wing. Over to the right side. Make that the left side now for Rook. Rook dribbles her way off the wing, then puts it into the corner for Company. Company thought about the three, takes the shot, and she's fouled and will head to the free throw line. And looks like they might have gotten Sanaa Harris on that. Merlack was over there as well, but they're going to call Harris. Harris picks up her first. Each team now with 5. And to the free throw line, it is Jemiah Company, the 5'6" sophomore, looking for her first points. And a miss. Lauren King checks into the game for the Lady Maroons, and Harris Mickens to the bench. Next one also misses. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Nice job over there by Willis to stay with it as she was teetering out of bounds. Here is Rabashitsky, baseline shot. That one goes over the net as well. Another turnover on just missed shots here. Doesn't hit backboard, doesn't hit rim, doesn't hit anything. That's Rook on the far side. Halfway through quarter number 2. Collinsville trailing by 3. Rook bounces a ball over to Williams. Another three-point shot on the way, and Williams hits her second three-pointer here in this first half. 19-13. Maroons widening their lead, mostly all on three-point shots. We have not had a two-point bucket by Belleville West yet. They have gone 1 for 4 from the free throw line. All of the other points have come from beyond the three-point stripe. Willis over into the corner for Merlack. Merlack brings it out of the corner, gives to Bardwell. Bardwell in the slot. 3:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Bardwell looking to get around King. Dribbles it and hands the ball off to Rabashitsky. Spin move at the free throw line. Tries to bounce the ball back to Bardwell, but I think it hit her shoe and ended up taking a weird bounce out of bounds. Collinsville turns the ball over for the 11th time here in this first half. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a timeout as well, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully Every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back to action here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 19-13, Belleville West with the lead and the ball. Here is Williams, who just made a three-point shot into the corner. Here comes another three-pointer. What a surprise. And Jalen Rook hits her second three-pointer. And the three-point hit parade just continues here for Belleville West. 22-13. Collinsville has scored 1 point in this second quarter. Loose ball picked up on the ground, and now they're going to call a jump ball after Montgomery gets her hands on it, and the possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so Kahawks will get to keep it. But they're having a hard time stopping the three-point shot, and they're having a hard time getting any scores in right now, are the Lady Kahawks. Harris comes in for Willis. Inbound pass coming from Rabashewski into Merlack. Merlack. Cross midcourt. Over onto the wing. Left side. Gives to Bardwell. Bardwell, free throw line, and a whistle. We're going to have a foul called away from the play. Call that on. Yeah, she was away from the play. Lauren King was all the way over by the basket, and the referee over here called it. Here's Montgomery. Shot no good, but Montgomery will head to the free throw line. Collinsville has made 7 trips to the free throw line in this first half and have hit 4. Foul belongs to Jemiah Company. That's her second, team 7th. Montgomery, her first trip to the free throw line. Good. So Collinsville has 2 points here in this second quarter, and both of them have come from the charity stripe. We need another one of those. That one's good as well. Montgomery has a little bit of a line drive shot on her free throws. Not much arc on them at all. 22-15. We're down to 2:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Here is Williams. Bounce pass to the top of the key. Wide open Rook over there, but that closed up quickly thanks to Merlack. And now Rook lines up another three-point try. That one's a little too long. And the rebound is a jump ball. Possession arrow remains with the Maroons. I'm going to run out of room to write down three-pointers over here on the Belleville West side. Nicole Wells, the 5'7" freshman, checks into the game for the first time. Inbound pass comes in. To Wells. Around the horn it goes. Baseline drive and a bounce pass. Now back out to Rook. Rook from the right wing. Takes it all the way out front. Gives it up for Plumy. Plumy to Wells. Outside paint. Good shot. Wells comes off the bench and hits the first two-pointer of the game for Belleville West. 24-15. 22 of those points have either come from the free throw line, only 2 of them, well, actually only 1 of them. The rest have all come from beyond the three-point stripe. We're down to 95 seconds left to play in this first half. Williams with the ball right at her shoes, and a bounce pass poked by Harris, but not far enough for her to gather herself and pick it up, so the Maroons remain with it. Here is Rook, bounce pass to Williams. Williams cuts in from the right wing, takes the shot, but forgot to take the ball with her. And then Merlack comes up with the loose rock. That's the first turnover in a while there for Belleville West. They calmed down after they committed 6 real early. That's only their 7th. Sanaa Harris almost traveled with it. Here's Rabashewski for 3. That one rattles but won't fall. And the rebound belongs to the Maroons, and a travel will give the ball right back to Collinsville. Nyla Branson, 5'3" sophomore, checks in for the Maroons for the first time. Merlack will inbound. Does show to Rabashewski. Rabashewski immediately in the paint, gives it up to Montgomery. Montgomery into the paint, has the ball taken right out of her hands, and then it's thrown away because the Maroons traveled again. See, I said something about their cutting down their turnovers, and they committed 3 in a row after I said that. What's up with that jinx? So now Harris All the way out to Rabashitsky on the right wing. Gives it up top of the key for Bardwell. Bardwell hands the ball off to Merlack. Merlack takes it around from top of the key, reverses direction in the paint, takes the shot high off the glass. Good. Been a while since Collinsville has had a 2-point anything as well. 24-17. Collinsville climbs back to within 7. Final 30 seconds left to play here in this second quarter. Williams into the corner for King. King back out front for Plumy. Over on the far side, Young. Into the corner it goes for Branson. Back out front we'll go for Plumy. Here's Williams on the right wing. We're down to 15 seconds. Branson to Plumy. Far side, Wells. Wells takes a shot, but she's fouled, and that's going to be the second one on Lucy Montgomery. And Nicole Wells, the 5'7" freshman who came off the bench and hit the only 2-pointer thus far for the Maroons, will head to the free throw line with 6.9 seconds left here in this first half. 6th-team foul by Collinsville, by the way. That one rolls off to the left after a couple of bounces off the rim. And that one's good. 6.9 seconds for Collinsville to do something with it. Ball comes into Sanaa Harris. Harris splits the defense, works it up with just Williams to beat. Off the glass too hard, and right at the buzzer. The quarter comes to a close with Belleville West out front by a score of 25-17. We will take a break. We'll come back and crunch all the numbers for you and pass those numbers along to you after our timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School, 25-17 at halftime of this JV game. The boys are at Belleville West tonight, and they are at halftime of their game. Excuse me. The JV boys looking to stay perfect, looking for that 10th win to no losses, and right now they're on their way at halftime at Belleville West. The boys are up 29-13 at halftime. Here it is 25-17. Collinsville had the lead after one quarter of play. It was 12-10, and Collinsville had a 7-0 lead before the first points of the game, which was a three-point shot by Belleville West was made. And then Collinsville had that out to 9-3 before Belleville West hit another three-pointer to make it 9-6, and before you knew it, it was a close game. And then guess what? Belleville West took over in that second quarter. They outscored Collinsville 15-5 in the second quarter, so Collinsville's 2-point lead evaporated, and Belleville West now with an 8-point lead after one quarter of play. Leading scorer in this one is on the losing side of things right now. That's Ricky Merlack. She has 9 points for Collinsville. Lucy Montgomery has 4, Katie Bardwell with 3, and Maisie Galland with 1. For Belleville West, the home of the three-point shot, Kennedy Williams has 6 points. Jalen Rook has 6 points. Mariah Johnson has 4, and then 3 points each for Plumy, Anderson, and Wells. And Wells was the only one of those last 3 that did not make a three-point shot. She's the only Belleville West Lady Maroon who made a 2-point shot in that first half. The rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville winning the rebound battle 11-8, but Collinsville, those 11 rebounds also come with 11 turnovers. That's never a good stat when your rebounds equals your turnovers. Turnovers for Belleville West is at 9 from the lines. Collinsville has hit 6 of 9 free throw shots, while Belleville West has hit 2 of 6. And from the three-point stripe, Collinsville 1 of 4. Belleville West 7 of 15 from beyond the three-point stripe in that first half. Nicole Wells has the only 2-pointer. She also has a free throw shot. Mariah Johnson had a free throw before she hit a three-pointer. Williams has 2 3-pointers. Rook has 2 3-pointers. You get the idea, don't you? That's a look at your first half stats. We take a break, and when we come back, we will have third quarter action, and that'll be coming your way in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121 or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. The young Carly Jackson from the freshman team on the camera with us. We do appreciate her help. I'm sure we'll have somebody to help us out during the next game, too. Those of you that have already watched some of the action from other gyms, maybe, I don't know, or maybe this gym, when they had the freshmen or the sophomores playing and they used that huddle camera. I think I have found a way to actually access that camera on my system, but I didn't have enough time to really get into it today. I tried once and it didn't work, but I'm not going to quit trying, and then maybe I will never need a camera person again. And it also has the scoreboard on that screen as well, so I wouldn't even need to keep track of the score. Third quarter is underway. Collinsville with the ball first. I'm still working on all that stuff, but in due time, hopefully. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell with the ball on the far side, gives to Merlack. Collinsville come in, trailing by 8 points to start this quarter. High off the glass, no good. Rebound belongs to, it's ripped off out of the hands of one of the Kahawks, so it belongs to Belleville West. And the Maroons bring it down and turn the ball over as Merlack ends up with it on her back. Gives it up to Montgomery. Montgomery is fouled. And this foul belongs to Kennedy Williams. That'll be her first foul of the half. Collinsville does indeed get the ball back. So just like the start of the game, the start of the third quarter has us with a turnover each. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell brings it up on the near side sideline. Right wing, brings it all the way into the paint, takes the shot and gets it. Bardwell now up to 5 points. Collinsville climbs back to within 6. Here are the Maroons, their second touch here on offense in this half. Rook all the way over here onto the wing for Plumy. Into the corner it goes for Mickens. Mickens, one bounce, brings it out for Williams. Williams over onto the far side for Rook. Rook back over this way with a shove pass for Plumy. 3-point shot, guess what? Another 3-point bucket made here by the Maroons. So they're going to pick up right where they left off. That's the second 3-pointer for Plumy. So now Plumy, Williams, and Rook all have 2 3-pointers. Collinsville trying to find a way to answer. Here is Merlack. Merlack drives it in over to Bardwell. Bardwell right across the lane. Tries to dump it off to Montgomery, but Montgomery had that ball go behind her. Collinsville turns the ball over again. And the inbound pass will come in from Jalen Rook, the 5'5 sophomore. Gets it up to Kiara Bayerga Plumy. At least I hope I'm saying all that right. Bounce pass into the corner for Mickens. Over on the far side for Williams. Williams back over here for Mickens. And now another 3-point shot. And that one's good also. Man, oh man. Second one in a row for Plumy. Her third. And the Belleville West Maroons are just raining threes all over the place. And Collinsville kept the ball in, but turns into the 14th Kahok turnover, and now here is nope, not going to make it. And the ball rebounded by Bardwell and then knocked out of bounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 3-point shots made by the Maroons. Out of 17 shots, they've only had one 2-point shot, 2-point basket in this game. One. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 5:43 left to play here in this third quarter. 31-19 in favor of the Maroons with 5:43 left to play here in this third quarter. So still plenty of time, but Collinsville falling farther and farther behind with all these 3-point shots being made by Belleville West. Got a varsity game to follow this one, as Collinsville gets back to work. Here is Rabashewski to Montgomery. Rabashewski gets it back. Dribbles and drives. Bounces it over to Merlack. Merlack from the left wing looking for a little help. Finds it in Rabashewski. Skirted that line. Takes a shot, and that's the second time that she has come in from that baseline and throws the ball over the rim. This time, Collinsville will get to keep the ball after it was knocked out of bounds by Belleville West. Here is Sanaa Harris. Gets it into Lucy Montgomery. Montgomery from a weird angle takes the shot. Can't get it to go. And she's fouled. But after the rebound was coming down, so I don't think it's going to be a shooting foul. This one is going to go against Company. And Company will pick up her third. Team second. Inbound comes in. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell backs up. Slows things down while Coach Steve Schneider shouts out the play, and a carry, travel by Rabashewski. She got that pass up on her shoulder and then kind of carried it for a second before she started dribbling. Just kind of got stuck up there. So the Kahawks lose the ball as they trail 31-19. 2 points only so far here in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter for Collinsville. Here is Rook. Top of the key now for Mickens. Mickens moves it inside for Williams. Back into the corner for Rook. She pulls it in, takes the shot, and it's good for two. Only a second 2-point basket made here tonight by Belleville West. And the ball ends up into the backcourt. And now we start the 5 seconds all over again. And nope. Didn't get across in time. And now we have a mask break as well. So another timeout will be heading your way, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net, and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke, Carly Jackson on the camera with us. We will have former varsity Lady Kahok head basketball coach Lori Billy with us as our color commentator for the varsity game. Here's Williams. Williams on the left wing. Gives it up for Rook. Rook in the slot, now over here on the wing again for Mickens. And a bounce pass over to King. King over here once again for Plumy. All these girls can hit three-pointers from anywhere, so you got to respect them when they get outside the perimeter and not give them a lot of room. There's one that goes over the basket, but stays in the possession of Belleville West. In the corner it goes for Plumy. Plumy brings it out to the wing, top of the key for Williams. Far side now for King. She launches a three-point shot. That one just misses. And the rebound belongs to Belleville West. Here's Plumy once again. Rook on the right wing. Drives, free throw line, kicks it back out. Another three-point shot for Mickens. That one rolls across. That's back-to-back three-point misses now by Belleville West, but they also get their own rebound both times. Here is Mickens, and she double dribbles. Lucy Montgomery will check back into the game. Emma Rabashewski to the bench. 3:34 left to play here in this third quarter. 33-19 in favor of Belleville West. Montgomery will trigger the inbound pass from right in front of Tiara Adams, the JV coach of the Maroons. Here's Bardwell across the line from the scorer's table back toward midcourt. Far side, gives it to Merlack. Merlack dribbles and drives, almost got bumped off the ball. Montgomery ditches it off underneath to Willis, and Willis is fouled and will head to the free throw line. That's going to be the second foul on Kennedy Williams. Third team foul here in the second half for Belleville West. Collinsville has yet to foul. And to the free throw line, it is Dajitne Williams for the first time, and her swoops in and then right back out. Wholesale player change going on here for Belleville West. 4 girls in, 4 girls out. And the only one that remains was Lauren King. Wells back out there, as is Anderson. So is Branson. And a shot by Willis, and she missed both of them. Boy, when you need some points, the free ones come in handy, and 0 for 2s aren't very pretty. That ball knocked out of bounds by Merlack. As Harris will check back into the game, taking the place of Bardwell. Johnson was the only one I missed on that 4-player exchange for Belleville West, so Mariah Johnson out there as well. This one is over to Anderson and into off the glass. No good for Wells. Another shot try and a foul coming up, and a free throw shooter coming up as well. Lucy Montgomery will pick up her third foul for Collinsville. To the free throw line, Nicole Wells. She's 1 for 2 from there in this game, and now 1 for 3. One more shot coming. Good. Wells hits both. And the Maroons extend that lead. Collinsville has only managed 2 points here in this third quarter. Here's Rabashewski. Rabashewski over to Galan, and Galan almost moved those feet too much. Gives to Merlack. Merlack, left-hand dribble, hands the ball off to Rabashewski. Rabashewski splits the defense, gives back to Merlack. Merlack to the free throw line and back out. Into the corner for Rabashewski. Baseline, and she tries to give it back to Merlack, but standing in the way was Branson. And Branson will bring it down, get around Merlack, take the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Galan, and the Collinsville Cahoks will bring the ball back up, needing some points. Here's Merlack. Merlack lost control of the ball. 17th turnover for Collinsville. JV Lady Cahoks came in at 4-4 on the year. Trying to stay above 500, but boy, they're going to have some work to do to get there. Over on the far side, that's Anderson with the ball. Now to the top of the key for Wells. Excuse me, over this way for Johnson. Johnson back over to Anderson. She'll launch a three-point shot. That one won't fall. And the rebound goes all the way back out into the backcourt, but it was tipped. So no backcourt violation. Maroons stay with it. Here is King. Gives it up for Anderson. Anderson, a bounce pass to the free throw line, and a shot immediately taken by Wells, almost with no stop whatsoever. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell couldn't get it all the way up there, but that's because she was fouled. And this foul will belong to Olivia Anderson. That'll be her first, team fourth. Katie Bardwell to the free throw line. 1 of 1 from the charity stripe today is Miss Bardwell. Missed the first one. That is 0 for 3 on the free throws by the last 2 free throw shooters here for the Kahawks. Kahawks trail by 16 points and now 15. Bardwell now 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Here is an underhand shot. That one almost gets stuck up on the basket. Rebound belongs to Sanaa Harris. Collinsville trying to bring it back up, but they're going to throw the ball away. 1:16 left to play here in this third quarter. Senior night. Lady Kahawk seniors will be honored before the start of the next game. We'll bring that to you. Here's a shot just inside the perimeter. Bounces off the rim. No good. Rebound falls into the hands of Bardwell. Bardwell moves it up over to Harris. Harris, one bounce, almost lost it. Across the way, Rabashitsky lines up a three. That's to the right, and the rebound belongs to Belleville West. Here's Branson. Branson. Right under the center court circle. Gives the ball up for Anderson. Anderson. One bounce. Gives it up to King. King into the corner for Branson again. Boy, she was just on the other side. Branson to Johnson. Back on this wing. Another three-point shot coming. That one's a little bit too short. Misses the mark on the tip of the rim. And the ball ends up out of bounds. No one touched it afterwards, so a turnover by Belleville West. As Craig Hall checks back into the game along with Willis. 31.6 to go here in this third quarter. Craig Hall, the 5'9 freshman, with the inbound honors. All the way over on the far side. She finds Rabashitsky underneath of the Maroons basket. Emma looks to bring it up, slows things down, speeds things up. Far side sideline with a pass to Hall. Hall pulls it in, takes a shot, rolls once and good. One bouncing in for the freshman. Collinsville's second two-pointer of this half. And we're down to the final 8 seconds. That ball ends up being knocked out of bounds by Belleville West. So Collinsville will get the ball back with 6.7 seconds left here in this third. See if they can put up some other points here before the quarter runs out. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell, 3 seconds in the paint from the free throw line. Takes a shot, it rolls out, and no chance for a rebound. And that's the way that the third quarter comes to a close. Belleville West has a 35-22 lead. We will take a break and we'll come back. Fourth quarter action will be here before you know it on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, fourth quarter is underway. Collinsville with a lot of work to do. Belleville West with the ball. Here is Wangelin. I think I'm saying that right. Ashley Wangelin, she's into the game for the first time, has the ball knocked off of her arm. Back to retrieve it she is, and into the corner she'll shove it for King. King brings it all the way around from the corner to the wing. Top of the key now for Branson. Branson gives it back. Oh, excuse me. And a travel by the 5'6" junior. Who did? Am I saying that last name right? Okay, I got you. 7:25 left. 14th turnover for Belleville West. Gives the ball back to Collinsville, and now Collinsville will make wholesale player changes. As we see Peyton Plummer, the 5'3" freshman, check into the game for the first time tonight for Collinsville. Lucy Montgomery back in there. She will take care of the inbound. Pop fly inbound, and it's picked off. Brought back forward by Wanglin, and another loose ball that's kept alive by Belleville West. Over onto the far side now for Branson. Branson out top, King. Over here on the wing, Wells. Back out front for Wanglin. And a handoff there for Johnson, and Johnson has that ball knocked out of her hands. Belleville West will retain possession. The JV boys trying to go to 10-0 on the year. They lead after 3 at Belleville West, 37-25. Wanglin will inbound. And now the inbound pass will come in from the corner. All the way out to the top of the key. Branson now over onto the far side for Johnson. Johnson back over this way for King. Now back out front and onto the wing. Wanglin cuts across the free throw area. Gives it up for Branson. Branson comes out of the right corner on the right wing to the top of the key. And then Wanglin gets it back. Wanglin into the paint. Takes the shot off the glass. No good, but she will head to the line for 2. Foul belongs to Katie Bardwell. That's her second. And it's only the team's second foul here in the second half. Free throw line. Ashley Wanglin makes Collinsville pay. Ravashitsky and Harris come back in for the Kahawks, and Harris immediately pulls down a rebound after the second missed free throw. Here is Harris into the corner trying to force these passes, and these girls are just reading it. Branson, ball stays in the air that long. There's plenty of time for somebody wearing another colored jersey to get underneath it. At the free throw line, into the paint, takes the drive, and another whistle will send Nicole Wells back to the free throw line where she is 3 of 4 here in this game. This foul belongs to Sanaa Harris. That'll be her second, team third. Wells hits another freebie. Willis comes in for Harris. With the masks on, they look like sisters. The only thing that makes me tell them apart is their numbers. Both of them fall in for Wells. 38-22. Maroons extend their lead. Collinsville only scored 5 points in that second quarter, and so far have only scored 5 points here in the third. Or here in the second half. Bardwell takes a shot. Takes a while to go in, but it finally does. Here is another shot. That's by Wanglin. And now we have wholesale. And I mean wholesale player changes going on for Belleville West. 5 girls coming in. 5 girls heading back to the bench. Kennedy Williams is back in. Yeah, we can't have 6. We don't need a power play here. Montgomery will inbound. Does so to Merlack. Merlack gets around Plumy. And a foul, I believe, by Plumy. Yes, it is. It's her first, team fifth. And it'll be an inbound pass coming from Sanaa Harris. Harris to Merlack. Merlack skirts up the sideline, gives it up to Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky back to Merlack. Rabashitsky was about ready to get squeezed by a pair of defenders and almost ready to turn that ball over, almost there too. Out to Bardwell, who gets it into Montgomery. Montgomery just outside the lane. Back to Bardwell. She drives the lane, takes the shot, no good, and another free throw participant coming up. Harris Mickens commits her third, team sixth. Katie Bardwell, 2 for 3 from the free throw line in this game. First one's good. Collinsville trailing by 13 now. And a miss on the next one, and then a rebound for Collinsville. Maybe turn this into a three-pointer yet, or maybe a four-pointer. How about that? Oh, man. Just rattled around a couple of times inside that rim. Jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of Collinsville. Rabashitsky almost turned that into a four-point play. Collinsville gets the ball, and not before we have a mask timeout, so we'll step aside as well. And we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service. Whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back to action. Lucy Montgomery hits one from the paint. These 90-second mask timeouts are getting closer and closer to 60-second mask timeouts. 38-27. Collinsville back to within 11. We have 4.5 minutes to go, so there's still plenty of time left. As the ball is into the corner, three-point shot, and it skips across the rim. Rebound belongs to Belleville West, and then the turnover also belongs to Belleville West. They get it into Bardwell's hands, but then Bardwell turns the ball right back over. And the Maroons bring it back down, and a bounce pass into the lane. Shot never made it up there, and now a jump ball called, possession arrow with the Maroons. There's another. I thought that was going to be another three-point shot by Rook, but instead she takes it in off the glass. She's fouled. Lots of fouls being handed out here in the last few minutes. This one's going to go against Montgomery. That's going to be her fourth. Rook to the free throw line. No good. Rook's first trip to the free throw line. Now Galland will come in and take the place of Montgomery. And Rook's good on the second one. Here's Rabashitsky, Emma Rabashitsky, halfway through quarter number 4. Come on, UK Hawks. Here is Emma, far side sideline. trying to bounce her way up and bounce Mickens out of the way, but Rabashitsky trying to pass it to Bardwell, throws it away. That's not the recipe for a comeback. Turnaround shot and a foul coming up against either Bardwell or Rabashitsky. And that's going to go against Emma, and that'll be her third. Team fifth. To the free throw line. Jemiah Company, she was 0 for 2 from the charity stripe in the first half, and rectifies that situation immediately. Oh, I don't have that. Clicking the wrong button, wondering why my number's not changing. Company. Next one. And it's a little short, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. So we got back to within 11. Now it's back to a 13-point lead. Here is Galan, who's given up the ball, and Collinsville commits their 21st turnover here in this game with 3.5 minutes to play. Here's Williams. Williams on the near side wing, top of the key for Rook. Rook dribbles with the right hand, backs up into the slot. Now over here onto the wing. Williams once again bounces it right back into the paint and kicks it off into the corner for Mickens. Back out to Williams. Williams over to Company. Back to Williams. Williams. All right, back over here on the wing for Plumey, and then Rook on a give and go, and right when she was going up for the basket, Lucy Montgomery fouls her, and Lucy Montgomery is going to foul out of this game. Each team with 6. And Rook's first shot, no good. She was just up there and hit 1 for 2. So that's it for Lucy Montgomery's night. Emma Rabashitsky, who was on the bench taking a break, had her break abruptly end. And just like last time, Rook misses the first, hits the second. Under 3 minutes to go now, and Collinsville almost tried to throw it away again. The inbound pass comes in. Maisie Galan at the baseline. Heels was almost running out of bounds anyway, and she throws it right into the Maroons' hands. Here is Rook. Rook underneath the basket. Wide opens is Mickens. Mickens couldn't connect on it, though. She was so wide open, she didn't know what to do with it. Ball ends up out of bounds, put there by Collinsville, so the Maroons will get the ball right back. Inbound pass. Oh, nice try there by Merlack to pick it up, but she just couldn't quite get a handle on it. And now a double dribble by Mickens will give the ball back. That's the 16th turnover for Belleville West. $38 turnovers in this game. That's more turnovers that's inside of a freezer at McDonald's. Here is Rabashitsky and Harris. Harris from about 8 feet away takes the shot, but that's like the 4th time Collinsville has taken a baseline shot and has just missed everything and it's gone off the other side. Just not the JV team's night, I guess. Out front, Company. Company, bounce pass to Williams. Williams, she kind of was back and forth there for a minute, but kept her feet underneath her, and I believe that's Ricky Merlack. Nope, that's Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky commits her 4th foul. Team 7th, so 1-and-1 time now for Belleville West and to the free throw line. Kennedy Williams, she has 2 3-pointers to her credit, but this is her first trip to the free throw line. And no good on that one. Rebound ended up being knocked out of bounds. So Collinsville will get the ball back with 2 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Inbound pass comes into Harris and quickly knocked out of bounds by Company. Rabashitsky bringing it up court. Dribble drive by Craig Hall over to Sanaa Harris into the paint, and she had that one stuffed right back in her face before she could even think about getting that one up for a shot. And then off the glass, no good, off of a shot by Rook, and a foul coming up against Peyton Plummer will send Rook right back to the free throw line. Varsity game, of course, always scheduled for 7:30, but always at the mercy of the JV game. So we'll be a little late in getting the varsity action on. Rook this time hits the front end. The first 2 times she hit the front or the back end, and this time she'll just take care of both of them. 43-27 in favor of Belleville West. Looks like the JV Lady Kahawks are going to fall to 4 and 5 on the season. Here's Rabashewski. Rolls the ball to Craig Hall. Craig Hall gets the ball to Peyton Plummer. I don't know where she was going to go with that one, but here is Willis who gets the ball, and Willis gets fouled. Kennedy Williams. Kennedy Williams commits the foul to the free throw line. Willis already 0 for 2, now 0 for 3. Rebound, however, belongs to Collinsville, and a putback try by Galan will send her to the free throw line, as this is team foul number 8 now. And this foul belongs to Kyla Harris-Mickens, her 4th. To the free throw line, it is Galan, and Galan has hit 1 of 2, and that came early in the game. Good. Wells checks back in for Belleville West. And Maisie Galan has another basketball to shoot at the free throw line, and she hits both of them. Maroons bring it up. 65 seconds left to play here in this 4th quarter. There's a dribble drive off the glass, but no good, and the rebound belongs to Harris, and another whistle. This second half has been just filled with whistles. Inbound pass comes in and then gets handed right back to Rook. Rook will pull up and take a 3-point shot. That has a high arc on it. Comes all the way back out for Plummer. Plummer gives it up for Hall. Hall has the ball knocked right out of her hands from behind by Company, and that'll be her 4th. And now it's time for Craig Hall at the free throw line. No good. King checks back into the game for Company. Second one is good. Craig Hall has 3 points, and Collinsville now has 30, but that means they trail by 13. And we're down to the final 40 seconds of this game. Here is Williams. Williams with a pass to Rook. Rook dribbles, drives. Over to Williams again. Back out front will go. Yeah, there we go. Back to Plumey, just outside the lane. Now she'll back up and take a 3-point shot from the corner, and she'll overshoot that. Falls right down into King's hands, though. And here is Rook with a shot from inside the perimeter. That one's no good. Rebound. A ball that was put back up but partially tipped. And then it was picked out of midair by Galan, and now she comes up and tries to take a shot. It's pushed out of her hands by Plumey. And then the Maroons work it back up, but that's going to do it. Final score, 43-30 in favor of Belleville West. We will shut everything down, and then we will come back and fire everything back up for the varsity game. 43-30, the final score here in this one, and we're back in just a little while on the Kahok Sports Network.